Everyone, I want to thank you for coming, and thank you for, yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. We're done with bingo, but we still had some performances from Street Magic, so we just want to do a brief interruption to speak a little and thank a couple people. First and foremost, I personally, have to thank my staff. Karen and Patrick, they did a wonderful job help setting up today. I want to thank the police commissioner and the Boston Police for being here. We're going to have ice cream. We're going to be me and the mayor are going to be passing out some ice cream afterwards. So we're looking forward to that. I want to thank the Nazzaro Center for hosting us on a short notice. So thank Carl and the Nazzaro Center for that. And Street Magic. I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over. We're going to pass it around. We have a number of elected officials here today that want to say a few words and thank you for their support. But first and foremost, we're going to offer the mayor some words. We're going to thank the mayor for all his support for this event today. Thank you. And Maria Lanza from Neighborhood Services and the Elderly Commissioner as well. They did a great job. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Representative, and it's great to be here today with Representative Minkowitz, with your city councilor, who's a dear friend and a very good help, Sala Martina, your new state senator, Joe Boncory, our Commissioner of Elderly Affairs, Emily Shea, who does an incredible job. And I wanted to bring some diversity in the room with me today, so I brought a guy from Southie with me, Commissioner Billy Evans. And I want to thank the Commissioner. He has been spending the last week going to visit two police officers that were shot last week, and they're both doing a lot better, I think, and a lot of prayers came from the city. So I want to thank you for that. I'm just going to talk real quick about a couple things going on in the city, just so, because not all the time people don't understand what's happening in the city of Boston. So a couple things that we have going on. We worked with our water and sewer, with our Comcast, to get discounts. So we have some discounts that are available. If you own your home and you have water and sewer coming into your home, obviously if you own it, you're eligible for a 30% senior discount, which is a lot of money over the course of the year, depending on whatever your bill is. So make sure you're aware of that. And if you have any friends that own their home, make sure they're aware of it to take advantage of that. We also work with Comcast, all of us collectively together, to get, they had a $5, yes.
I already got the discount on Comcast.
You did, so beautiful.
$9 less.
It's $9. It's not a lot, but it's more than the $5, and it's more than some of the other things. So we're going to keep at them, by the way, to get them down. So make sure, if you have Comcast in your house, make sure you get there's a discount they give you, but make sure you get the next discount, and contact our Elderly Commission to do that. We're trying to work with utility companies to lower some of the bills too, on the gas and the light. We're asking them to do it. They said they can't because of federal regulation, so we're trying to guilt them into it. So we're going to do that as we move forward. We also have the Senior Save program, which replaces heating systems. If you have a heating system in your house and it's falling apart or getting old and you're not sure what to do, contact the city of Boston. I've heard so many stories of seniors looking to replace their boiler in their house, and they call the city of Boston not expecting a lot, and what ends up happening is they actually pay a lot of money to replace your boiler, and the work's incredible. I was at a house in Hyde Park over the summertime where a gentleman, I believe he was 88 years old, Korean War vet, he just talked to Robbie Gonsalvo. Robbie came to the house. His house is beautiful. They did an incredible job putting in a beautiful new boiler. So if you own a home or you know somebody who lives in the city, contact the city of Boston. The program is there for you, so you have an opportunity to do that. We also have a senior home repair program that we were able to help 600 households last year, senior households. Where we'll do they'll pay to do some work in the house for you. So there's an opportunity there for you as well. If you have a lead pipe coming into your home, they're encouraging people to change it. The water and sewer just put up, I think it's $2,500 for a grant for you to be able to come. It's a long time grant. There's basically zero interest. So these nickel and dimes, $2,500 here, $4,000 there, they add up to significant money. So there really is an opportunity. It's there for you. So we want you to make sure that you take advantage of these different programs. These programs are, funded by the city council. The Aaron and Joe, the House and the Senate help us. So between all of us working together, we're able to piece together some good things that are happening for the city. So please use us as a resource. We're also looking at a couple things. Senior housing. We're looking at building 5,000 units of new senior housing in in the city of Boston by the year 2030, which we're in the process right now of talking to some senior developments. It seems like a long way away, but it takes a couple of years to get going. We're working, making sure 1,500 of those units are affordable for people that don't have the means to be able to pay for it. So something that we're going to work on as well. We have, in Boston, we're blessed, we have a very young population. We're the youngest city per capita in America, which means if you match us up to other cities number-wise, we're the youngest. But we also have the oldest growing population in the city. So we're starting to make sure we lay down the foundation so as people get older and start to look to be, live independent, but maybe get rid of the house because it's too big. We're looking to make sure that there's programs in place for you. So all of these things take advantage of, and if you live in a building and this stuff doesn't, you can't, none of this applies to you, but you have a friend that lives in, East Boston or Dorchester or somewhere else, let them know to call the city of Boston and call the elderly department, because the elderly commission, because there's a lot of good things happening in our city. So I just want to thank you. As far as the neighborhood, real quick update, there's some sidewalks being done over. I know there's a lot of complaints about different streets that the bricks are on. We're working on doing what we're doing, some renovation right now, and next year there's a whole bunch of work you're going to see in the spring in the North End. It's going to be doing some streets over, sidewalks over. We're going to be doing all that. It's in our capital budget. We're going to be doing that stuff. We're going to be doing the park down the street over, the Prado over. We're going to be doing a major renovation, in some cases, taking bricks up and cleaning them off, putting them back, but we're going to be, walkways and things like that. We're working on the issue of the Spalding facility down the street. I know that some of your friends live in there. We're working with them. The BRA came out and made a ruling that, can only be used for the use it has right now. So there's a process working on. I know that the representative has been working with some neighborhood folks, and Maria from my office has been on top of that. And I know that other people, Stephen Pascantilli, whose grandmother's lives in there. So we're working on how do we figure out what to do short term, long term with that facility, and making sure that Spalding. I think they got the message at the last couple meetings I went to. They know that the community is very interested in that what's going to happen in the future there. So I want to thank you for your work there. Just thank you overall for the great work you do. It's an honor to be the mayor of this city. It's an honor to be an elected official in this city. And this neighborhood truly is a special neighborhood. I want to thank you, Commissioner Evans. We talk about all the time. The captain does great work down here. The crime is zero. The neighborhood. I love the fact that you still have people that grew up in this neighborhood living in this neighborhood. That doesn't happen in a lot of places in the city. So I want to thank you. Those of you that might have grown up here and live here, and those of you that moved in 50 years ago, welcome to the neighborhood. And I'm going to turn the microphone over now to the City Councilor, Sal Martino, who will bring up Joe. And if you want to hear from the Commission, we'll love to have him up here as well. Sal.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everybody. Mayor, we have the best seniors. I tell people all the time, I have 100 grandmothers in the North End. I love coming here, and I've been blessed and honored to be your city councilor. But as the mayor mentioned, there are a lot of programs for the seniors. Mayor, I'm happy that you're going to build more housing for 2030, because I'm almost at that age to be sitting down with you guys. It's only a few years away. But I am so fortunate. We have a great mayor, great representative, Harry Michaelwitz, and our new senator right here, Joe Boncory, all working together for the North End. The best is yet to happen in this neighborhood. It's a great neighborhood, but it's only going to get better in the next few years. So I'm proud to be your city councilor. With that, our new senator, Joe Boncory. Thank you very much. It's always great to come up to the North End. Growing up in an Italian-American household, with my aunts and my grandmother, coming here, it just seems like family. It's a great neighborhood. It's a great neighborhood I'm lucky enough to represent, along with your state representative, Aaron Michaelwitz, who's been so great, as has been Sal Lamartina, bringing me in and making me part of their family. So I just want to thank them. We're really lucky to have a great mayor like Marty Walsh, who, along with his commissioner and Department of Elder Affairs, who are always looking out for the seniors and providing subsidies and things that in other parts of my district, quite frankly, the seniors just don't have. So you're very lucky to live in the city of Boston. You're always lucky to live in the great neighborhood of the North End. As the mayor alluded to, the last couple of weeks have been trying for another part of the city in East Boston, where unfortunately 2 officers were shot. And they've been recovering, and I'm happy to report that at least one of them's out of the hospital and the other's in stable condition. But during that process, I got the great pleasure of getting to know the commissioner for the Boston Police Department. And I can tell you
He's an incredible leader. We're so lucky in Boston to have the best police department in the entire country. And I was so proud of after those events that occurred, the way the community in East Boston came together. Across this country, we're seeing divisiveness when something like that happens in other cities across the nation, but not in East Boston, not in the city of Boston. The community, along with the police department, came together to grow as a community. And it's really a testament to the leadership in City Hall, but of course from our commissioner, Mr. Evans. So without further ado, your police commissioner.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. You know, I want to thank the mayor. He put me in this position, and he's very supportive of anything I need. And, you know, I think it was unfortunate. You know, we almost lost 2 officers last week. You know, and I think it shows all the time the dangers of this job. But, you know, when they got hurt, I asked for everyone's prayers, and I look around here. I'm sure I got a lot of prayers out of everybody here. So, on behalf of my department, and you know, we're here for you. Anything you need. You know, I was hoping when I came here I could get a cannoli out of the deal. I was going to get a hot dog, so I mean, it is what it is. I said to Patty, I was hoping for cannoli. I could use a couple cannolis, but thank you all. I appreciate all the prayers for those officers. Thank God they're getting better. So thank you all.
Just 2 quick points I wanted to mention, especially with these 2 individuals. And before I say that, you know, I'm very, very blessed, and we are very, very blessed to have Sal Martina and Joe Boncore representing us. And there are no better partners in terms of the day-to-day stuff that we deal with in these 2. But the mayor first mentioned a little bit about what's going on at Spalding. And, you know, that's something that obviously the community really has rallied behind, and I think, you know, there's a lot of people that are in there that are thankful for the community rallying behind them. But, you know, they were trying, Spalding has been trying to figure out what to do and what to go forward. And in reality, if the mayor didn't step up and the BRA didn't step up and hold their feet to the fire on what that property is supposed to be, you know, I don't know how long they were going to stay there. But now we have some leverage in dealing with them, and we're working on trying to figure out what to do with that going forward. But that wouldn't be happening, you know, and I say this wholeheartedly, without the mayor's support and without the support of the BRA. So I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your work on that. And then one other piece with the commissioner. This neighborhood, we are very blessed at how safe it is. You know, it is one of the safest neighborhoods in the city. We live in one of the safest major metropolitan cities in the country. But I would argue that this neighborhood, as a downtown neighborhood, is the safest downtown neighborhood out of any major metropolitan city in the entire country. You go to all these other cities, and their downtowns have a lot more issues dealing with than what we face here in the North End, and that is because of the work of Area A, Captain Fong, and the Commissioner's work. So thank you, Commissioner, for all that you do. Okay, and we're gonna have one last person. Commissioner Sheila's gonna speak, and before we give out the ice cream. So let's give her a round of applause. Thank you.
So the mayor mentioned lots of great discounts that you could be eligible for. I just wanted to talk about 2 things since we're in October, 2 more things. It is Medicare open enrollment, so if you are on Medicare and you think you might be paying too much for your prescription medications, we can help you figure out what the best plan is for you. Megan in my office, who just moved, is a trained Shine counselor, which means that she's been trained to help you look at your Medicare and help you find the best plan for you, the one that you get the medications you need, but you're paying the least amount of money. So if you need help with that, you can see Megan. It's also fall. The colder weather is coming. November 1st starts fuel assistance. If you need assistance with a fuel assistance application, we also can help you at the Elderly Commission. And one final thing, the Mayor's Italian Heritage event is coming up on Friday, November 18th at the Coast Guard base. If you haven't got a ticket, we have some here today. You can get that from Mary Beth right over there.
Yeah.
All right, ice cream time.